ngasi yamna section ingai oiba situation ama prithvi on lakpa loinana Manipur si tongan ba country ka su nakna banina aikhoi gi Manipur da su coronavirus ki yamna susceptible oiba situation ama lakba Manipur gi mi mayam ama su China ga business tawba tonga tawba education gi hakta mari da su aduga loina na ngarang India gi oina ani ama identify tawre na haigi Delhi dama Telangana ama adu ngasi di manga sure hai population yambagi matik loina na akhoi gi healthcare system sigi kahena robust oiba ngamdaba China dawna haitare aduna yamna kiningai oiba sigi matamda masigi vaccines leite hare aduga treatment gi tonga ba hidak leite hare adu di ngak thopna tana upai leite sigi matangda khwaidagi chawba vaccine habata di awareness oidoini ngasi resource person senior consultant physician Dr. P Narendra na sigi matangda tongan ba mai awareness program ama pipidori loina na ngasi gi program asi akhoi organization gi dagi site gi thamjaning badi yamna interactive oheningi marakta slightest doubt ama leibada hangbi ba khudak de clear tawba kona hange adu kaunagara gadi mu hangoroi doriba aduna how silly it may be yamna isam chamba question oisinu yamna nukningai oi poisinu hanghause adune ina ngasi gi gathering sida kai gathering si invite tawjaruba punamuk lakpi bide mukta kai hanana thagajari loina kai staff sing let us make it interactive and let us try to clear our doubt and aduga loina na masigi posi message si paksana su sandopiu awareness is the only vaccine as of now for coronavirus. With these few words I would like to invite Dr. P Narendra for the topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Palin, for accepting my request that I want to talk to my people about coronavirus. Thank you everybody who is for attending here, both from the Shija Hospital and from outside. Welcome. Let me speak both in our own language and some in English because it contains medical terms. So anybody, as Dr. Palin has suggested, in any part of my talk, any doubt, just stand up there and let us clear the doubt before I go further, so that we don't forget the type of opinion or type of information I give to you then and there, as he has suggested. Now, coming to the topic of coronavirus disease, which has been spreading very fast like wildfire, we have the responsibility to protect our part of the country from this disease. As he said, Dr. Palin said, our weapon is our knowledge. We don't have any treatment now. Supported treatment is there, but to allay the fright, let me tell you, so far the percentage of death out of so much of a proportion is only 2%. That means 80% doesn't die. But I don't want to be in that 2%. At the same time, we have our responsibility as a medical professional to protect our people from this disease as far as possible. Let us see what is coronavirus. Potu khangdragadi akoi potu fight to ngamoi. Aina fight to doribe enemy do masak khangdok panga magadi yes, it will be easier to fight. So coronavirus is a group of virus ni, RNA virus ni. But we knew the coronavirus from the many say 2002. We knew 2002 there was a SARS 2002. That is severe respiratory syndrome. SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS 2002. That was also caused by coronavirus. Then in 2012, MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, that also was produced by coronavirus. So COVID-19 is also by coronavirus. These coronaviruses are different, but they are RNA virus. They have a crown-like structure surrounding them, so we call them coronavirus. But this one, coronavirus, is a new one, completely new from that MERS and the SARS. We knew from the beginning that the coronavirus is usually present in bat, sikpi de yawe abam khangi, in cabbage, hogdong manba sa mayam prithvi lebase moi de yawe abam khangi. SARS 2002 adsu Korea kenodagi China dai togi aduga Middle East na asagi MERS 2012 chi togi. So this time again from the same China we are having COVID-19. This is a different virus. Now we know that what is the nucleic acid pattern of this virus, and scientists in America, they are trying to produce an antibody against this virus. We expect to get an antibody against this virus in a month's time. This is about the virus. Then about the disease. This is a very much contagious disease. Makarina Sandui, personal touch by 31st of December, the first 2019, China has announced that there is a rapidly spreading pneumonia in the town of Wuhan. At that time they didn't know it is just a pneumonia. They didn't know what causes it. But next day they knew it was a virus. So again next day they announced that it is a virus. The first person is about 61 years old man who happens to go very regularly to a wet fish market. But unfortunately, this man was a already handicapped person. He had diseases of liver, he had diabetes. Like that, this person is the first person who died of COVID-19. After that, very soon, from 31st December to 11th of January 2020, the number of deaths in Wuhan is raised to about 35, and the number of people suffering from that grows about 400. So fast it's spread that today, including China, other parts of the country, parts of the world, many countries, about 50 countries, the number of infected number is more than 80,000, and that has crossed yesterday more than 3,000. So the death rate is around 2% only. So there is a window time for us to protect ourselves and the other people. As I have said, it's spread by droplet. When I speak like this, when I cough out the virus. Then we didn't know that it is spread by how it's spread man to man. It's not only for the droplets, it is from the touch also. So this is very important. Then as a medical man, as a medical doctor, medical nurse, a medical laboratory person, how to protect ourselves and how to protect others. Then as Dr. Palin just now said, limited touching One, keeping your hand all the time clean, washing properly, and drinking more water. Now we know something about this virus. It's settled down in our larynx, but until then it doesn't go to the down to the intestine. Down to the abdomen, stomach, and the lungs, down to the alveoli. It doesn't increase in number. So there we have a time that if you have, say if you think that you are working very hard, you should drink water. Supposing if this disease happens to come to us, repeatedly, regularly drink water. Part of the treatment I'll tell you later on, but as I am here now, at this stage, drink water. Don't let yourself dry, and thus as little as or as less possible. No handshake. Now, how does it start illness? Fever. Fever is one. Cough is one. Then respiratory distress is one. Fever, cough, then respiratory distress. So what are the time limit? A person with mild fever may start having cough. Fever, he may not notice the fever, but he may start coughing. Then he may not cough, then he may start having respiratory distress. Without doing no fever, no cough, then suddenly respiratory distress. There also is a manifestation of this disease. So we need to have know the index cases. As Dr. Palin said, India has reported 5 cases. 3 you must have heard in Kerala. They are all healthy now. They have not gone to the stage of COVID-19. They were infected with this virus, but they have not been sick. So the person who has come to Italy yesterday by 3 p.m., he was detected at Delhi. He has been kept in quarantine. So also one person who comes from Dubai in Telangana, he also is kept in quarantine. They are not suffering, but they are carrying the virus. How do they carry? They may carry in the hand, they may carry in the way he speaks or he cough out. So we take care. Then yesterday we discussed in ISTV. Then say I am carrying a virus. They say you quarantine. In Manipur, I found that the person is allowed to stay in his family. Fortunately, so far no one is sick. Supposing I am carrying a virus, I am in the house, I am being quarantined by the government, I am not allowed to go out, but my wife is going out, my son is going out. I would have spread the virus before I am sick. So that was what we argued yesterday night. So the way we are quarantined in Manipur is not correct. But then in China, they made 10,000 bedded hospitals in 10 days. That also we cannot do. Manipur, we cannot afford to make a Shija-like hospital in 10 days and keep all the infected persons from his house, outside from his house. And we discuss at home, supposing there is a, by chance coronavirus has come, diagnosed in Shija Hospital, then shall I go back home? This, you should have asked me this question. I was asking myself, shall I go back to home and take my granddaughter in my arm? No, I won't do. Then Dr. Palin won't have place for me to keep it here, even if I am ready to keep. So all these things we have to prepare. It's coming. I don't know, let us pray that it doesn't come to Manipur. But the way we are protecting our airport, I am not blaming the government because they have got their limitations. Airport then Giri I think it is very porous. I am incomplete way. So what do we do in the hospital? Wash your hand properly. When you touch a patient who is not coronavirus, even then also it is good to wash hand. Water, will have enough water, we'll wash. Then masks. Then we'll put on mask, 3-layer mask. But as we have earlier also know that once you put a mask, don't touch the mask. But we have a habit of touching this and this. This is not good. This we have to learn. Once you put on the mask, there are 2 gentlemen, 1 lady. putting the mask. Don't touch the mask till you remove that. But as a man, anytime we want to touch, this is a habit. Then once you touch, it's no use, then mask. Then how do we treat? We hydrate the patient. We give antibiotic to prevent secondary infection. We don't allow to go the blood pressure down, but gradually lung become in the X-ray ground glass opacity. The alveoli simply become fibrous. That's the problem. But for 1 or 2 cases or fibrous lung, we would have managed heart lung machine. We could have used heart lung machine for 1 person. But this is not so. This is worldwide. So many people are going to get infected and it spread very fast, like wildfire. So I myself don't know what we will be doing. So you start asking questions yourself. We'll discuss what shall we do. Then we can propose the government a good thing which can be done. That's what I want us to discuss. I have requested Dr. Palin that I should speak something about coronavirus in our hospital people, so that you have many questions in your mind. But then somebody think that yes, doctors are there, they will treat. But doctors are unable to treat in this disease. So we all have to fight together. We have to face this disease together. We have some time, a window of time. It may come. Fortunately, it may not come. Last time, the SARS 2002, it spread to 37 countries and they stopped. It didn't come. Maybe it may happen, God willing. Supposing it doesn't happen, that then good friends or our any one of our colleagues may feel sick, and that will be bad for us. So, any questions? Yes.
So,
only
I just want to know what will be the actual incubation period of the coronavirus which causes COVID-19.
Only 1 patient in America has become positive again. This is difficult to explain that he has been after quarantine, 14 days quarantine. Is supposedly we fix a 14 days quarantine, and if he is not sick, he is safe. After some time, he has been found to be positive again. We didn't know that he has how many people he has touched in those periods. So the antibody developed during these 14 days is not enough to protect myself, that is sure. But then this gentleman, only 1 person,
Yes.
what you are telling the question is only 1 person. We never know that this person, having gone out happily outside, we didn't know what he has touched somebody, or he has been in between 1 meter of speaking. Supposing I am infected, that the gentleman should be not within 1 meter inside, near to me. If I don't speak, it's all right. If I speak to him, he should be away from 1 meter. That is it. And that's why it has been explained. So for magi incubation period 14 days katan.